What's up, soldiers? Your boy Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com, via a request on Twitter. Yes, I did share this recipe about 5 years ago, but some people are saying it's a bit outdated, and they were requesting a more newer version. I don't know. I don't understand. But anyways, Ackee and Saltfish, the most classic of Caribbean dishes, Jamaican dishes that is. One of my favorite breakfasts to have. So vibes it up, man. Ackee and Saltfish. Got a nice wide pan on low heat, and I'm gonna go in with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. If you want to use coconut oil, you can certainly do that as well. And I've got my prepared salted cod here. You boil it in water for about 20 minutes or so, drain out that water, and then you sort of get these nice big flakes. No bones in there, I use boneless. So I'm gonna go in with that salted cod. And this may seem a little bit different to some people, the way you guys make ackee and saltfish, but the reason why I like, whenever I'm using salted cod or any sort of salted fish, I go in first with it because I want it to really draw out all that flavor, that nice salty flavor from the saltfish to start with. As the saltfish fries off, I'm just gonna, and it's canned ackee that I'm using, so it's already cooked, so it's very tender. But what I like doing is draining it and then rinsing it under cool water just to get most of that brine out, and then just be very gentle with it though, because we really don't want it to fall apart too much. To continue building on this lovely flavor, that was the base that we started off with the saltfish here, I'm gonna go in with 1 clove of garlic that I gave a rough chop to, some fresh thyme, and I have here a little bit, about half of a scotch bonnet pepper. But what I did was I used the bottom half of the scotch bonnet pepper, so no seeds, none of that white membrane. This is where most of that fire, that heat is gonna be. Remember to wash your hands with soap and water after. And I want a little kick to this. Some recipes, if you're not into spicy foods, some recipes may call for it not having the scotch bonnet pepper. Being from the Caribbean, you know I got to have my pepper in there. I've got here half of a bell pepper that I diced up. Again, my heat is still on low, and I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of black pepper. Just bring all that together. Let that cook for another couple minutes or so. We're going to go in with some scallions now. And I've got one more ingredient that I saw earlier. I saw these ripe cherry tomatoes. There's quite a bit of them here when I was watering the plants this morning. So yeah, man, they're going to make it into the dish as well. Got them all diced up into quarters. These lovely sweet cherry tomatoes. And some of this may seem non-traditional. Most people like a lot more saltfish in their ackee and saltfish, and the tomato, the bell pepper, that's optional. And now here's what we're going to go in with the actual ackee that I rinsed off earlier. And you want to be very gentle as you fold this. All you want to do now is to heat that through, because the ackee is already cooked when it's in that can there. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com, my version of ackee and saltfish. Some green banana, yam, sweet potato, dumpling, whatever you feel like having this with. Cannot go wrong. Always a pleasure to have you guys here in the kitchen with me. Do remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe, man. Well, let's see.